and welcome to an all new Melanie's Muses, where it's all TV talk all the time. Random music's coming to you every Monday, so if you haven't hit that subscription button yet, what are you waiting for? Click now and never miss a video. This week I've been thinking a lot about books to the small screen. As I wandered through my second home, also known as the Barnes & Noble bookstore, I saw lots of screen covers. There are lots of things out there about how book to movie adaptations are never quite as good, and for the most part I have to agree with that. But is there more promise if they are adapting things to the small screen? Amazon is redoing Lord of the Rings as a TV series, so maybe fans of the books will like those a little better. For the most part so far though, I have to say book adaptations tend not to stay with the book story. Maybe that's because they don't want to spoil things for the readers. I think Game of Thrones has probably come the closest, but I see lots of Game of Thrones readers that moan that there's so much that has been missed out. And that's with a TV show that's 10 episodes, an hour each. Can you imagine if they made those a movie? It would be a disaster. Of course, adapting books to small screen is nothing new. It has been done very successfully in the past. Take Poldark for example. And Poldark is being done by the BBC right now and being shown over in the US on PBS, and that has been extremely successful. Of course, for every success there are probably 100 not so much successes that we could talk about. True Blood, for example, started off staying very, very close to the book, but then went completely off the rails and didn't stick with the series at all, making up the rules as they went along. That upset a lot of fans. That being said, I liked True Blood, but you did have to view it very, very separately from the book series. A Discovery of Witches is a series that people are very excited to see hitting the small screens that is being filmed at the moment. Those are pretty big books. It will be very interesting to see how that adapts to on-screen viewing. I do think a TV series there is better than the movie option. Of course, Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles had very mixed movies, Interview with the Vampire being pretty good and pretty close to the book. Queen of the Damned being one of those movies that I love as a movie in its own right. As a Vampire Chronicle, yeah, we won't talk about that one. It'll be interesting to see what they do with those on the small screen. I know Anne Rice is very excited about it and she is very into the screenplay, so fingers crossed for that one. But what do you guys think? Are you a fan of taking the books and putting them on the small screens? Would you rather see them as movies? I know there are a few books I would love to see on the screen in any format. Kristen Painter's Nocturne Falls books, for example. Hallmark Channel, please pick them up. They would be so good on there. Susan Harris with her Everchase Chronicles, Paranormal Criminal Minds. I mean, seriously, that is just screaming to be a TV show. Who wouldn't want to watch that week after week? So tell me, are there some books that you would love to see on the small screen? Now remember, we're talking small screen, not movie theatre style here. Or are there some that you can think of that were an absolute disaster and you're like, seriously, you should have just left them well alone? I'm pretty sure a bunch of those will be hitting my comments. And that's great, I will probably agree with most of them. As always, a huge thank you for everyone that stops by each week to hear what I am chatting about. Please make sure you do all the fun YouTube things like comment and subscribe, especially comment. I love to hear what you guys are thinking. Be sure to join me over on my Facebook page every Sunday, noon Eastern time with my husband Greg, for fun, giveaways, all sorts of shenanigans. It's all TV all the time, except there where it's anything goes, because it's live and it's crazy. And then join me back here next Monday for some new musings. I'll see you soon. Bye!